All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
He's coming. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, orbit. Check 6 guard. Ready?
Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
The 1st down throw for Brissett. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Yes, sir.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well.
He's coming.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Hines. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Check 99. Check 99. Joker. Slam.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Brissett. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
But just think about all the pass-rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, passed Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting.
Now a hit and a loose football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
16-yard line.
Ready. Time to end it. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, got tight left.
From the 16, Brissett. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
No, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. Rocky Sin, a rookie second-rounder from Temple, there to make the play.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now Jones to throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. It's the Chiefs that have jumped out to the early lead against the Raiders. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mack. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Hines. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21.
I don't think you got it.
1st down, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Brissett. And an alley to run. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, he's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things.
And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Barkley unable to get away on the 1st down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. One. Box shot. 58.
From the gun, Mariota. He's going deep for Brook. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, if you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
First down, Tennessee.
First down, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Hey, 4 down. Where are they, team? Check.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Good stuff.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
58, come on. 58, come on. Orbit. It's our time. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and that will get him one closer. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the pass. Watch the cover. Now, 55. Pick it up. Pick it up. Check. 50.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 58, right over there. One. Right there. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
Mariota to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, as the first half is winding down, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. What a spin. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Marks 56. Exit.
Brissett sets to throw it. Campbell making the catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Brissett now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Right there. 54.
From the gun, here's Brissett. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 22, Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. And got his man complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
On first down, Hines. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run again with Hines. And he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans 31.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On third down, it's Hines. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And this one is right down Broadway. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. Now, the kicker fest continues. He's been good, though. Knocked through 4 of them now.
If you're the kickers for these two teams, you know what you're doing next week in practice?
Asking for a pay raise?
Yeah, and besides that, you're walking into all the meeting rooms saying, you love us now, don't you? Now you love us because you need us. Because that's all we've seen. Kickers scoring all the points.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. 1. 58 to Mike. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Mariota to throw it this time. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Clayton Gathers makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This a quick pass to Davis. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And the Colts pick it up. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike's 54. Imagine. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
To throw is Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd.
Watch the slant. Look, smoke. Check right. Watch it.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Mariota on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Yeah.
To throw is Mariota. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. That's taken it around the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. He returns the punt 60 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game.
17.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Charlie, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Down to lose one. 53's the Mike.
To throw, Mariota. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Tennessee.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the 41, Mariota. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Buzz. Check 13. 3. Topper. Check.
On the run, it's Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that will shave one more off this lead.
Titans 24.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Colts take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football. This game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Okay, 55, right, 55. Short. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Who that?
They'll go to Barkley again. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. This is Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check. Where are they, team? Check.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Justin Houston who got him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, You should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
1.
58's the mic. Man.
I 7, let's go.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. A big play. Mariota to Davis. 42 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On first down, Barkley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch it, 3.
Alert 3.
49. Protein Phil.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Let him know.
1.
Check 3. Tag.
Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. 22 yards there, a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Now for Seth. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Not today, you are. Not today.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. the intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Complete to Hilton. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. It has been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Colts, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.